We are at a stage in Africa today where we are seeing the impact of Africa hesitating in coming together as a continent in trade, in the efforts at transforming our economy, in the endeavors to improve upon the livelihoods of our people. Or what do I mean by that? I'm talking about the extent to which we as a continent allow ourselves to be impacted by geopolitics and other developments that have absolutely nothing to do with us. Take, for example, the Russia-Ukraine situation today and the extent to which it is impacting on Africa. Getting wheat to buy today in order to make bread is a problem. It is having an impact on prices. It is primarily because Africa's value chain and Africa's supply chain is inextricably linked to the value chain of Europe and the Americas. We need to find a way as a continent to get out of this trap. And that is what the Kwahu Summit is about. The Kwahu Summit is about providing a platform for those conversations, for the dialogue, for the deliberations that will get African leaders, African businessmen, civil society in Africa, bring all of them together. Let's sit down and think Africa. Let's sit and think about the extent to which we can together organize our commerce, organize our trade, organize our economy such that the impact of exogenous factors, and I'm referring to factors outside Africa, such that these impacts would be limited, such that when the European Union coughs, Africa shouldn't get a cold. We should be able to trade a lot more amongst ourselves. We should be able to promote a situation where African leaders are on the same page as to what do we do in order to transform our economies. And the Kwahu Summit is going to offer that platform. It's a platform that is completely different from other platforms, particularly because you're going to have African businessmen, African politicians, African thought leaders, civil society groups, traditional authorities, thought leaders, academicians, all sitting down and looking at what is it that we can do to shift the needle. Fortunately, we have the AFTA framework, which is a blueprint that gives us the roadmap as to what ought to be done in order to improve upon trade in the continent and in order to transform Africa's economies. To what extent are we conversant with the AFTA agreement, and to what extent are we implementing them? What are the pragmatic actions that we can take to ensure that AFTA is implemented, and implemented in a way that it leads to prosperity for Africans and prosperity for the people living in this continent. This is what AFTA is aimed at achieving.